get an FSP license, they then do a full audit of you. You have to provide financial statements, shareholding structures. You then have to take all of the individuals that will be listed on the license. They need to have NQF level 5 education or higher. That's BCom or higher education. They need to have at least 2 years experience in each of the categories of the license you're applying for. See, an FSP license is not just, I got an FSP license. There's about 50 categories. You have to select the categories you want, and then you need to prove you have the experience and the education for each category that you want in your FSP license. We happen to have here at DuPont about 10 subcategories, which is actually massive. It's just a pain in my bum. I have to do nearly 20 hours of CPD every year to cover those 10, okay? And that's the other thing. After you got the license, you have to do CPD every year to keep the license. And it's just beautiful. Anyway, so we got all of those. So, and then they audit you. They do credit checks on you, they do education checks on you, they go back to all your educational institutions, check that you've actually got those degrees, etc. And they then do criminal checks against you to make sure you've never been liquidated or have a criminal offense against you, all of those sorts of things. If any of those come up, you don't get your license. All right. 18 months after, December 2020, we got our standalone FSP license. So if the most aggressive regulator in the country, that's what the FSCA is, they changed their name, and when they changed their name, they said, to indicate how aggressive we are. I paraphrase, but effectively that's what they said. They felt the FSB, which was the Financial Services Board, was too gentle because they are a sharp-toothed regulator. They come in and they tear your insides out. Okay? So they changed it to the Conduct Authority. You know, it's actually appalling, but nonetheless, that's governments around the world for you. So much for governments being afraid of their citizens. Nonetheless, once they have done an audit of you, you know that you're good to go. And then they've done 2 on-site reviews subsequently on us. What's an on-site review? They come out and they sit in your office and they audit you on-site twice. And both occasions they've come back with no recommendations, which is also just about impossible in our industry. So we're very proud of that. Okay, and then they've done numerous off-site reviews of us too, and they're constantly reviewing us, constantly. Even just this week, Thursday, I had to answer 24 questions to them. It's constant. So how come we're a legal scam then? Yeah, we're not any of those things. We are massively, massively regulated, and we now have our own independent FSP license, which is no joke to get and to maintain. I've said before we have 9 regulators that look after us, and I've had a few people say to me, but Brendan, what are list the 9 regulators? Well, I actually sat down and it's way more than 9 regulators. We have, between regulators and professional bodies, we have well over 10 of them that I have to regularly report to, whose regulation I have to constantly keep up with, and who can step into DuPont at any time and shut us down. And so I listed them. The Prudential Authority, most of you don't even know who the Prudential Authority is. Yeah, they're very much part of the FSCA's realm. Between the 2 of them, they just beat us up constantly, okay? The Prudential Authority, the Financial Sector Conduct Authority, the FIC, the Financial Intelligence Center. I had my one of my compliance officers in on Friday, and he said to me, Brendan, if you're going to get in trouble, just don't get in trouble with the FIC. Because if you get in trouble with them, man, they are going to haunt you even in your grave. Okay, they are like the most... we spend a lot of time following their regulations, doing developments in our software for them, and following what they ask us to do. Department of Trade and Industry. Can't get away with that. If you're a business, you're part of that. The South African Reserve Bank actually affects us as well. The National Consumer Commissioner, if we do something bad, you can take us to the Consumer Commissioner and say they did not deliver on the product that they told us. The National Credit Regulator affects us. The FASE Ombudsman affects us. The Ombudsman for long term, the Ombudsman for short term. The South African Revenue Service. That's 11 already that I am responding to on a weekly basis at DuPont. I think I've mentioned it to you before. I spend about 8 hours a week on compliance. That's a full working day every week, which means I only get 4 working days a week to work on DuPont. The other day I spend every week on compliance. After this, we've got the DSA, the DMA. We've got all of these professions. SICA, that's on our cases because Stacey and I are chartered accountants and we do a lot of accounting. So they're on our backs. It's just constantly. We do CPD for SICA. We do CPD for our FSP license. I don't remember any of the guys at Longridge doing this. I don't remember any of them. Hey? But you were spending money there, man. Yeah. Okay. This is what. If we are a scam, how come? How come? Okay. I'm just putting the facts in your head. We've been around for 7 years now, haven't we? That's a long time for a scam to last. That's a real long time for us to last. We're also partnered with a whole list of very, very large listed and long-term insurers. They've been around, some of them 150 years plus. They are partnered directly with us. When you purchase our products, the contract you get sent to you is from these folk. We report to them. Ask Stacy. The first 5 days of every month is reporting to all the insurers. Getting all the report. These are partnered with us. And it's no joke. If you've ever tried to partner with a major insurer, there's at least 3 contracts with each of these. We've got bank accounts that we're integrated into in all of these insurers. They don't just give that to anybody. They don't just give that to anybody. It's where the real value of this business lies, is that we are partnered with real people, real businesses in South Africa, not property in Dubai or euros. Anybody get their euros yet? No. Why'd you spend money there then? Why did you tell the person it's better than Dew Point? And it's gone.